Hi guys, I just picked up another ArtSnacks from my mailbox, so I can't wait to go inside and open this up and show you what I got. So here we are with our box, and I'm just getting it open here, and there's that description card. I'm going to just put that aside. I don't want to I don't want to read everything yet. And our snack this time are Smarties. I do enjoy these things, so I'll look forward to that later. Here we go, our little bundle, share your unboxing with us sticker. Sorry, it's a little blurry. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got, the first thing I see is that Plumchester pen. This is what was teased on the Instagram for ArtSnacks for this month. And it's a thicker fine liner. It is a 0.8 millimeter pen. So it's a little bit thicker than most of my pens, but I like that. I do have some that are the same thickness, and they work great. It's always great to have a variety of different pen sizes. And this month is watercolor stuff, which makes sense because June is a watercolor month. So the first thing I got is this brush H2O Petite, and this is a great brush because it says the brush stores upside down in the little tube canister for it. So all you have to do is pull it out and try not to drop it, and then it just pushes back in. And the little sticker on there says, "Do not carry around while filled with water," which makes sense. I guess it could leak and maybe be a mess. So, but all packed together, it fits really nice into one of those small, like 12 watercolor tin things. So we got some Gansai Tambien watercolor paints, and these pans are giant, and this color that I have is turquoise green, which I love turquoise. It's my favorite color. Turquoises and teals, I just love them. So I'm so happy that one came in my box. This light purple didn't have a name with it. It's just called number 13. But when I look up on the website, I found that it's called lilac. And then the last thing we got is this Daniel Smith extra fine watercolor stick, which I've been wanting to try these for a while. I don't have any. And so I'm really excited to try it out. I've seen little pieces of it. Most of the time I've seen people just stick parts of the sticks in their watercolor palettes. And then of course our sticker, which is gorgeous because again, it's those beautiful teals and turquoises that I love. So I just wanted to watch out all the supplies real quick. And so that is the Plumchester fine liner. It is the 0.8 millimeter size. And the ink is waterproof, which is great for being paired in this box with a bunch of watercolors. So the first color I'm swatching out is this beautiful lilac color, and it's light, it's opaque, it's just a very pretty color. And then the next one is that dark turquoise color that I have. It almost looks black in the pan, but when you paint it out, you can see it's a beautiful turquoise. And I love that lilac and that turquoise together. I think that is a beautiful combination. And then the Daniel Smith stick, it's a quinacridone burnt scarlet color, and it's just beautiful. It's a little bit more red than burnt sienna, but it has that nice kind of like rusty color. And so I also wanted to try just drawing with it. You can see where the stick was a little bit wet and how that came out. And it was the stick itself is harder than I expected. It looks like a pastel, but it's not. It's really thick, solid, sturdy. And the water just blends out beautifully. So here we are. I'm in my sketchbook, and I went ahead and I re-swatched everything, and I played with mixing some of the watercolor paints together to see what combinations I can come up with. And when I mix the lilac with the burnt scarlet, I get a pinky color. When I mix the lilac with the turquoise, I get a light blue. When I mixed the turquoise with the scarlet, I ended up with a dark gray. And when I mixed all three, I came up with a light gray. And so this made me decide to sketch out a dolphin so I can get those gray colors, and I think the turquoise would make a beautiful watercolor background. And so I went ahead and I sketched out my dolphin in pencil, and then here you saw me just outline everything with that fine liner. So now I'm going to just erase all my pencil markings. And that ink, again, is waterproof, so I can paint over it and I don't have to worry about it bleeding anywhere with my colors. And so the first thing I do is I'm just going to mix up some grays and put them in my palette so that they're ready to go for me when I'm getting ready to do my dolphin. And the sketchbook I'm using is just it's a mixed media sketchbook that I've been using lately. I think it's a Strathmore visual journal. So the paper's not watercolor paper. It worked okay, but it gave me a few problems that you'll see later on. But it worked pretty well. So I just taped off a mat for my dolphin to work on. And you'll see me here, still just mixing colors. Sorry, it's kind of cut off a little bit there. And then I wanted to use this watercolor brush to test it out and see how it worked. So I'm going to start with that and just mix in some of this lilac color. Just get a little bit of water, lighten it up a little bit, and I'm going to go around and start there and put all the highlights on my dolphin with that lilac color and just start getting in there. And the brush works great. It ended up being a little bit small for me, but I think it's going to be a great travel brush. And I've been wanting one of these smaller ones that I can stick in my watercolor palette so that I have something to take with me. I don't have to worry about my bigger brushes. And it's the perfect size. Like I said, it just, when it folds up, when you put the brush inside of it, it's the perfect size to put in that tin. So now I'm going in with some of the gray and trying to blend that into the lilac colors. And eventually I'm going to give up with this little brush because it just wasn't getting enough of the color on for me at the time. For these smaller areas, it wasn't too bad, but as I work over into the body of the dolphin, it just got a little bit harder. So yeah, most of this is just going around and filling in my dolphin with the different colors and the grays and then going in and doing the water later. So I am going to go ahead and switch over to a little bit of music and just keep filling in this dolphin here. So here I am just continuing to work on the water, and for the water I just used the turquoise by itself. I just kind of lightened it with water and got different values of it as I go. For the belly of the dolphin, I had mixed the turquoise with a little bit of the light lilac to give it a slightly different color to it. It turned out to be a little bit more blue, where the turquoise had a little more of the green color in it. And there I'm just checking the backside of the paper. And here we go, my final piece. Thank you so much for watching this.